There are so many ways that you can cook a ribeye, but did you know that you can make a ribeye beef stew? You guys, this is the easiest recipe, and the most expensive thing on the menu are gonna be your ribeyes. Make sure to pick you up some Kinder's and Adam Reserve steak seasoning along with these other seasonings, and make sure your steaks are super thick with a lot of fat because that's where you're gonna get your flavor. You're gonna be browning your ribeye, so make sure you're using a skillet that you're accustomed with making gravies in. First, we're gonna season with some accent. Then we're gonna use some white wine and garlic butter seasoning by Adams Reserve. Now on my ribeyes, I use a generous amount of the Adams Reserve, specifically because of the garlic butter aspect that it brings to the seasoning. Now we're gonna follow up with some granulated garlic, onion powder, and keep in mind these aren't salted, so I use these generously as well. And keep in mind that this is the seasoning that is going to be flavoring your potatoes, so you can never use too much. Now pay close attention to this Kinder's Butterhouse steak sauce because this is the star of the show. And because we like a little spice in this house, I'm gonna hit it with some cayenne pepper. Now let's saute our steaks. While our steaks are sauteing and frying down, we're going to clean our potatoes. Now keep in mind, as I'm frying my steaks down, I'm making sure I get a crispy coating on the outside of the steaks. Now, do you see all of that seasoning to the bottom of this pan that appears burnt? Well, honey, it is not. We're gonna add flour to the bottom of our pan, and we're gonna make us a small gravy from scratch. This is what's going to thicken your stew. And here I added chicken stock, but if you have beef stock, that is even better, guys. Once your sauce has thickened, we're gonna transfer that over into a pot. And here's where we're gonna start to build upon our stew. You're gonna chop up your steak, add onions, we're gonna add garlic, and we're gonna add 1 can of tomato sauce. Now, you guys know that I love to make quick meals that are family friendly and child friendly and also snack friendly. So this is one of those meals that you can get up in the middle of the night and fix you a quick bite, or you can pack for lunch. Look how beautiful this steak look. Is nice and tender. We're gonna let it saute down for a little bit before we add our potatoes. Once your steaks are tender, you can add your potatoes and cook for another 20 minutes, and voila, you have you a ribeye beef stew. Now, because we are into carrots, I did add carrots to my beef stew. You don't necessarily have to add carrots to your beef stew. You can add any type of veggie that your heart desire. Just make it personal and take your time and make it good. This meal can be eaten with rice or with pasta, or you can absolutely eat it as a standalone because you have potatoes in it. This was a very flavorful meal for us. We did eat ours over rice. The steak and the potatoes were extremely tender. So pick you up some ribeyes tonight and try this for your family. I promise you they'll love you for it. Enjoy.